Hi everyone, welcome to Psychic Consultant. This is Agatha. Welcome to your love reading for January 2016. I just wanted to say a quick message to all of you at the beginning to say that they are quite specific this month, the messages that are coming through. So if the story or message doesn't resonate with you for your sun sign, please do check out your moon and ascendant because they are quite specific, the messages. So if it doesn't resonate with you, do check those out. And if not, then maybe this month there isn't something for you. But I'm pretty sure that if you check out all three, then one of them is definitely going to have something there for you. Thank you so much for all your watches, likes, subscribes, comments. It means a lot. Do like, subscribe and comment as much as you would like, and I'm really glad that I'm helping you all out with these readings and I'm really enjoying them. So lots of love, and here's your reading. Hi Virgo, welcome to Psychic Consultants. My name is Agatha and this is your love reading for January 2016. I'm going to lay out 3 rows of cards. The first row represents you, the second row represents your love interest, and then the middle section represents your relationship. So let's see. The light's reflecting the cards a bit, but I will show you them, so don't worry about that. So the first card we have that you can't see is the Emperor, then the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. And for your love interest, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. And I will turn the relationship cards over later. So, firstly, what I can tell is that you're feeling extremely secure in your relationship for January. These two cards, major arcana cards together, we have the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. I take this to represent you. So it's like you are so secure and confident in your abilities as a person and in your relationship at the moment. And I'm getting a little bit of advice just to not go over the top with that, not to believe that you know everything. You know, you're not a complete know-it-all. You're not always right. It's kind of like you're right 99% of the time. I mean, he isn't in reverse, so it's not like a card warning that you're being a bit arrogant or anything, but it's just that, you know, sometimes it can be a bit too much for people. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a bad thing, but it's just be aware that you're very powerful right now, and so it's like you could say something and it will just be completely taken to be truth, and people might get upset very easily, but you don't mean to upset them. It's just because you're very powerful and you've got a huge Emperor energy going on. And it is, though, in a relationship spread, it's like you are king of your empire, and you are feeling very much that you got a good thing going on. And yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune card, destiny and things can change and the wheel turns. So I think that's why I'm just saying be a bit careful, because it's just like, don't get too carried away or don't get stuck, because you've got to keep turning and moving. Otherwise, you know, don't get too opinionated. Don't believe your opinions too much, because the world turns and things change, and you've got to be ready for change and things to flip on a different side. So just be a little bit aware. But I mean, coupled with the Emperor card, though, we do have this Two of Wands, which is really like you do have the whole world in your hands, and I think you are feeling you've got this big sense of security in your relationship. But I can sense like a little bit of selfishness, because in this card, I can see with the Two of Wands, it's like, yes, it's great, it's a two, it's your relationship, but you're holding on to this one wand that's your wand, and you've got like the world in your hands, and the other person's kind of standing here behind you. So just be a bit careful again that you don't forget that it's not all about you, because that's kind of what I'm feeling, that you might go on a bit of a power trip and forget about needing to forget that it's the two of you that's creating this, forget that it's this partnership, and not that you're going to just go off on do your own thing, and that you're winning, and you don't have to, you're not, basically I feel as though you're not giving the person enough credit for some of the things that you achieve. If you are single, then it is that you're too selfish right now to really be available to anyone. And this is then very kind of clear in this Eight of Swords card, because this woman here is kind of standing there with these very loose kind of bandages around her. They're not really tying her to anything, and blindfolded, and you're not really seeing the truth and reality, and just kind of caging yourself, because you're not looking at what you have, and you're kind of focusing a bit too much on you. And if things are going really, if you perceive things to be going really quite badly, just remember that you do have this card, things will change. So it could be that you perceive that everything's kind of a bit rubbish, and you don't care about either. If you're in a relationship, it could be like they've really annoyed you, and you're just like, okay, whatever, I'm going to do my own thing. Which never works, because it's not, you can't just behave in the way that somebody else is behaving back at them. That's how relationships fall apart. So, but it could be that that's what's happening, and you just retreated into this place, or you've kind of lost faith in all relationships, and you're just like, oh, I don't care, I'm going to focus on me, I know what I'm doing, everyone else is just stupid. But that's just not a good way to be. So you've got to set yourself free, because you can. Don't forget what you do have, and just be aware that the wheel can turn, and it's always turning. And don't be too dogmatic and too stuck to anything, which means that you cannot be available for all the opportunities and the destiny that's involved in the Wheel of Fortune and luck that is on your side when you let it be, if you keep the wheel turning. So this person that you're interested in, or that you are in a relationship with, they're feeling really quite optimistic about love and you. They're feeling quite like Ten of Pentacles. It's like it's a card of completion and fulfillment, and can be a marriage card, can be, there's lots going on. Also a card of community, of wealth and abundance. So they've got this feeling of wealth and abundance going on, and that kind of everything's okay and everything's fine. But I am getting that because they have these two knights here, they are a bit, they're moving, they're kind of like charging around. But both of these knights are looking in this direction. So even though from your perspective they might look as though they're charging around, so this Knight of Wands, they're feeling very excited and passionate and kind of like, there's quite a lot of aggression actually. And I think though it does feel like it's kind of towards you, so maybe they are being a little bit overly aggressive towards you, but they don't mean to be. They think, or they're kind of they're either moving away from you and kind of doing their own thing and charging away doing their own thing, and you're feeling upset about it, or they're charging towards you in a way that you don't understand. And this Knight of Swords thing, I feel like they have said something to you that's upset you, because they've gone like charging in with this sword is like cutting words, and you've gone, this is what I feel has happened, is that you've got really upset by their behaviour, which they don't realise, because they think everything's fine. And they've gone out there with this, they've said something to you, and you're just like, oh, F you. This is, I know myself, I know me, and just gone I into this kind of place, but it kind of thinking that it's going to make you happy, but it hasn't made you happy, and it just makes you miserable and feel trapped. But they then I do feel like they kind of do see the error of their ways, and they do come back and try to work, because this is like a work card, working hard and building card. So they understand that they need to put some more work in. So they do care. And I think you feel as though they don't care, but they do kind of get it. But you're not really communicating. There isn't really any good cards of communication here. You're not really communicating, I don't think, very well, either of you. I think they just say so. I think they're trying to communicate, because Wands is kind of quite a good communication card. It's like it's kind of like the artist, kind of artistic card and passionate card. And I do think they're trying to communicate, but they're just not, they're saying the wrong thing, and you're getting upset. You're just not communicating at all, going into yourself. But then they do realise that they have to do the work to make it better. They want to make it better. They want to build something with you. They are, as far as they're concerned, they are building something with you. But you just don't see that. You just think that you feel offended, and you're kind of going into yourself. Right, let's see what these relationship cards. Okay, so we have the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, and the King of Cups. Wow, okay, so this is all very clear to me. So the basis of your relationship is good. You have this King of Cups, which is emotional security and stability and dominion again, and kind of related to this Emperor here. It's like collectively your energy, the base of your relationship in January is very strong and secure, and it's emotionally secure, and knows where it's at and knows what it's doing, and it's very strong foundation, even though there's like choppy waters, because emotions move up and down and come in waves, and it can be a little bit tumultuous. But the King of Cups is on this plinth here, and he's secure. So there's security and emotional fulfillment and strength and good things there. And then crowning the relationship is the 9 of Cups. So it's like it is a wish. What I'm getting, that this relationship is a wish come true, and I'm taking this Wheel of Fortune into it too. It's that you're lucky. Don't forget how there's a huge amount of luck around you. Don't forget how lucky you are to have this, even as an option, even if you're not together. It's basically like you're missing the you're missing the point. And I feel like both of you are kind of a little bit missing the point, because it's like we've got this Four of Cups, so like there's an offer being made that you're just not interested in. And that makes complete sense. It's that they've really annoyed you with this thing that they've said, and you're going to have to really swallow your pride with this Emperor card, and and receive it. Otherwise, you're going to, they go off on some adventure without you, and looking for something that that isn't there, because this Eight of Cups card is, you can see there are 8 cups there, and they've gone looking for this cup that looks like it's missing, but it's not. There's nothing missing. But you guys, it's like you both, I'm getting that it's you though, you're kind of feeling that that there's something missing here, but there isn't. There's nothing missing. It's all good. And I do feel like it's some like petty, stupid little argument, like they've said something that's annoyed you, or they've just done their behaviour, which has been quite rash and maybe a bit aggressive, that's really upset you, and it's just kind of a little bit, it's all much ado about nothing. So get over it, because there's no point. And we'll just see. I'm sorry, I do feel a bit guilty, because I feel like I'm a bit on their side. I'm not on your side, but I do think, I don't know, I just feel like you're stabbing yourself in the back. We'll see what the outcome card is, or the kind of theme card or clarifier card is for everything. Okay, we have the Hanged Man. So, yeah, this is what I'm getting, is that this month is just going to be a bit of a difficult, keeping you hanging kind of thing. It's like there isn't much movement forward, and there isn't much kind of like going on, and you're just, it's like things are stagnant in your relationship, because there's this like petty argument going on, and you're not seeing you're not seeing the truth. You're just going in two different directions, I think, maybe a bit. You're not communicating, basically. And because you're not communicating, the relationship isn't growing. So it's kind of like for January, it will feel as though the relationship isn't growing. Relationships are always growing, because that's kind of what they do. Life just evolves. But it will feel as though you're not going anywhere. And that's why you retreat into yourself, because you're like, well, this relationship isn't going anywhere, or these feelings that I have aren't going anywhere, you think. And so you're just kind of like a bit angry and cut it off, go into you and and you stuck in your ways, and you're what you can do. And but it will, you're just kind of restricting yourself. So you don't have to, this is in advance, so it's quite nice. It's like this is what it's looking like it's going to be, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like a waste of time and no movement forward. You can be aware. So you can be like, okay, be ready for it. They might come at you with some words that you don't like. Just ignore it. Just know, it doesn't mean anything. Is it really that important? Look at what you really have. This is a wish come true, is what the relationship really is. Stop looking at little things that they said or didn't say, and start looking at the bigger picture, and then set yourself free, and then you'll have much more fun. Okay, well, I'm sorry, I feel like I was a little bit telling you off there. But it's up to you to change, and, it's a bit of a waste of time, isn't it? Life's short. You don't want to be a hanged man, just not going anywhere or doing anything. So just be aware. If they say something a bit aggressive, well, they don't mean it. So don't let it affect you. All right then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everyone that's subscribed. If you do like the videos, please do subscribe, and you will get them as I upload them. I also do twin flame readings. I'll be uploading another spread for you next month. I might be doing some others in between. And if you would like a personal reading, do email me at agathapsychic@gmail.com. Otherwise, have an incredible January. Chill out. It's all good. And I shall see you very soon. Lots of love.